Are you looking to improve your ITSM processes? Or are you looking to kick off an ITSM improvement project? One thing you'll need is a strategy. In this video, I'm going to share 5 tips for creating an ITSM improvement strategy. If we're just meeting for the first time, my name's Kirk Penn. I'm an ITIL expert and I'm the Principal Advisory Consultant at Service Management Specialists. I've been helping organisations to improve their ITSM capabilities for the past 15 years, and my team and I have a passion for helping organisations get more from their ITSM improvement initiatives. Today I'm super excited to share 5 tips with you about how to create an ITSM improvement strategy and help you get on the right path and get more from your improvement activities. So let's get started.
Okay, so the 5 tips for developing an ITSM improvement strategy. So let's first look at, why develop a strategy? Well, strategy really is a style of thinking. It's a conscious and a deliberate process, an intensive implementation of a system. What I love about this quote from Pete Johnson is that it talks about strategy being the science of ensuring future success. And really this is what a strategy is about. It's ensuring that we set ourselves up for future success. So why develop a strategy? Well, it defines the purpose and the reason of why you're doing what you're doing. It provides a level of clarity to ensure that you've actually understood and you can articulate exactly what you're about to undertake. It ensures that you've got a consistent message, so you're always able to anchor back to your strategy. And it assists with your planning. So the planning is obviously the next stage after your strategy, but this starts to look at, okay, well, what do we now need to plan for? It provides direction and an anchor point, as I spoke about before. And finally, it ensures that you're intentional. So that's really, really important, ensuring that you are aware and that you're actually going to be intentional about the strategy. So let's kick into this. Okay, so tip number 1, create 3 to 5 key focus areas. So why 3 to 5? Well, gone are the days of those massive big programs where they were just lots and lots of different deliverables. The most success that we're seeing as far as ITSM improvements is that if we select 3 to 5 key focus areas and we do them really, really well. This allows us to gather momentum, it allows us to build on our credibility that we've already created as part of delivery, and it also helps us just to not get overwhelmed with what we need to be able to do. ITSM and service management is intangible, so often we're making minor tweaks and we are changing processes and people and platforms, but if we just focus on 3 to 5 small things, it certainly can help, and that's what we want to build our strategy around. Tip number 2, keep delivery into sprints. So certainly our learning over the last 10 years of helping organisations to get more from their ITSM improvements is that let's just break things down into small parts and start to show tangible evidence that we're actually improving. So I'm not going to talk too much more about this, but certainly break that delivery into sprints. You're able to then show your progress, gather the momentum, and build on your delivery. Tip number 3. Ensure you're clear on how sponsors and stakeholders will support the improvements. Okay, so one of the key messages here is that we often see ITSM improvements or projects that kick off and they have stakeholders and sponsors, but they actually don't start to educate and start to take those stakeholders and sponsors on the journey. So it's really important that you make it really clear to your sponsors and stakeholders, this is what we need you to do. This is what we need you to be able to have an elevator pitch, for example. We need you to be able to talk to the benefits of what we're doing. So when our sponsors and stakeholders are really clear, then it helps to gather momentum and really start to spread the message and again build on that momentum. Tip number 4, focus on stakeholder groups and who you're communicating to. So not every stakeholder group has the same needs. And again, we don't want to go with a broad brush. We want to actually focus in on those stakeholder groups to ensure that we're communicating the right message to each group. So as part of your strategy, I'd recommend breaking those stakeholder groups into their different needs as part of your your organizational change strategy. But your ITSM improvement strategy just needs to really focus on those stakeholder groups and who they're communicating to ensure that the message is pointed, that when you do talk to them, that they want to listen, that you're just not taking a broad brush with everybody. Okay, and finally, tip number 5 for your ITSM improvement strategy: be specific about your outcomes and anchor it back to your vision. So this is so important. We talked earlier about having 3 to 5 different types of improvement areas or key focus areas. It's really important that we get really specific about the outcomes and we're able to anchor to the vision. Now, in terms of creating a vision, if you want some help in being able to create that, we've got a video on our YouTube channel, 3 tips for creating a great vision as a leader. So be sure to check that out as well. Question of the day: do you have an ITSM strategy? And if you do, let us know in the comments below. We're certainly keen to hear of how you've got there and what that includes. So let's just summarize now the 5 tips for developing an ITSM improvement strategy. Number 1, create 3 to 5 key focus areas. Number 2, keep delivery into sprints. Number 3, ensure you're clear on how your sponsors and stakeholders will support the improvements. Number 4, focus on stakeholder groups and who you're communicating to. Number 5, be specific about your outcomes and anchor back to your vision.
So remember, you don't have to have all the answers or your solutions 100% to be able to create an ITSM strategy. Your strategy really is an opportunity to be able to articulate what you're trying to achieve. If you found this video useful, then please click the like button and consider subscribing to Service Management Specialists' YouTube channel. Each week we share tips and techniques to help you to get more from your ITSM improvements. Our vision is to simplify business process and modernize the way in which you work. It's been great sharing this information with you, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.